Hey everyone, we're here at the Milford Proving Grounds thanks to GM. Really appreciate their generosity and letting us come and check out their facility and check out their new products. Stick around as we go inside for the first time to check out what they have on offer today and what might be coming in the future. It was fun just driving into the proving ground because there's so many cars here and so many EVs especially. Their charging setup for employees back in the lot back there was pretty impressive. Tons of charging spots and tons of employees and other folks driving EVs. You can see everywhere you look, of course, it's GM. So happy place for me looking at all these Escalades. We've seen a few Trail Bosses already. They've just been released, so that's still a novelty for me seeing those on the road. And the rides we had were fantastic. Vistix, Optics, and Escalade IQs, which has been fantastic to ride in those and really enjoy the luxury. As we're getting ready to start the day here, you can see it's pretty cloudy. It was really rainy back in Birmingham where we stayed at the Daxton Hotel. I'm hoping this rain doesn't affect the program for today. I want to experience whatever they have planned for us. It involves, as far as I know, the Silverado ZR2 Baja rally truck. Of course, that's an EV. Maybe some towing and some Supercruise towing, which would be even cooler. And hopefully that's all still on the docket for today because, like I said, I want to experience everything I can while I'm here. It's a huge treat for me to be here. Never thought I'd be at the Milford Proving Ground or any proving grounds for that matter. So thanks to GM again as we start our day. Right now you're probably wondering how a relatively small YouTube channel like mine got into the Milford Proving Ground as a guest of GM. I'm going to tell you that, but before I do, please subscribe to the Might Have Mattered YouTube channel right now so you can get all the videos and notifications sent to you. I'm telling you, the next couple of days here at the GM facilities are going to be worth it for you to subscribe, and you can see all the information I got out of GM in these 2 days. As I was saying, it's a very rare privilege to be able to get into Milford, not just for a guest like myself, but even for non-employees, it's somewhat unusual. Given photography rights is also unusual, so again, thanks to GM, but here's how it happened. Back in January 2022, the Silverado EV was revealed for the first time. My friend and I were so excited about this truck, we created a Facebook group for owners or future owners of this truck and its GMC Sierra cousin. Along the way, we met another friend who became a moderator in the group. He introduced us to some GM contacts that he had, and through that invite, we were able to get access to this proving ground, this EV event. After introductions, a safety briefing, and some information on some confidential and non-confidential future product planning, we were able to get onto the track pretty quickly and immediately jump into some Hummers for some off-roading and trail riding. I should point out now that while I would have loved to have filmed all sorts of content all over the proving ground, I was, of course, asked not to for reasons that are pretty obvious and understandable, but I was asked instead to focus my filming and photography on the demonstrations they had planned for us instead. So if you're wondering why I'm not filming the newest Corvettes or disguised new pickup trucks or Chevy Celestics and things like that,
Give you guys kind of an overview of the sort of Hummer off-road moding, normal mode into off-road mode, so that you all can see what we're doing, what's different kind of in 26, and then especially focused here on King Crab. So this will be a little bit of watch my hands here at first, because the big change for King Crab is rear steer. So we've always had rear steer, but what's different here with King Crab, right, is we ramp up the rear steer ratio pretty aggressively. So just kind of walking through where we're at today, and then where we've gone. Right now, the truck is actually, it's in my mode. Let me put it back into normal mode. What we do with steer ratios in all the modes, right? So for normal mode, you got, for every degree that the front wheel turns, the rear wheel turns negative 0.3. What that means, right, is wheels are turning in phase, right? So it's effectively tightening your turning radius.
Okay.
That maxes out once the rear hits about 10 degrees, so that gives you the turning radius that the SUVs are frankly famous for, right? We're actually better than our own Chevy Bolt for turning radius. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. You'll see something
that is awesome.
There, right? It's really cool. So just kind of watching my hands, right? If you do the sort of 0 to 90 play, right, you can kind of feel how the back end of the truck is moving around a little bit, but it generally feels like a normal car. So stepping through the modes, my mode actually stays the same for rear steer as normal, but you do get adjustability, right, in terms of what you can adjust for steering, suspension, acceleration, feel, motor sound in my mode, but focusing again on rear steer. So now if you go into the off-road mode, we're at 1 to negative 0.6, so you get a little bit more. So again, if I just kind of cruise around here like 5 miles an hour,
yeah, I feel
oh yeah, you
like
feel
it's
it
a
for
little bit
sure.
more.
Yep.
So that's the same as it's been, right? We did do a little bit of recalibration work in terms of what we do for slip controls and things like that in off-road mode, but the goal has always been confidence on deformable surfaces with off-road mode. So now terrain mode adds a couple of different unique things. Terrain was really designed around think rock crawl or like sticky rock surfaces, Moab kind of stuff. Since 2022, we've been at a 1 to negative 1.2. So now the rear end is actually up to 10 degrees, turning faster.
Oh wow.
And you get brake hold in terrain, so that's what we're overcoming right here.
Nice.
So again, you can
Wow,
feel 0 to 90,
that's a
how it starts to
lot.
move.
It's almost like a forklift. You know,
Well,
it almost steers, or
That's
a
actually-
boat.
We always describe it as being like a forklift or a bumper car. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the best connotation. But
Wow.
so now I'll go back into off-road here for a second. But so King Crab is new for 2026, and actually you'll be able to get it in older trucks as well. So King Crab now ramps up to 1 to negative 2. So the rear wheels really
Wow.
oversteer against it. So again, you'll feel like
So much. It feels like I need to counter steer every time.
so it's pretty wild. And
That is wild.
It almost feels tank turnish.
Yes, and all
Wow.
these, so all of these ramp out as you go up in speed, right, for stability reasons. But basically
That
all
is
this
crazy.
sort of 0 to 25 mile an hour stuff, it's a lot of fun.
That is so fun.
So now I'll go and show you how we use it. So you'll have to bear with me a little bit, right, because some of it is obviously feel.
Sure.
But where it really comes to play is sort of what we're going to do is sort of a tight natural course, right? It's just there's just a lot less hand motion to move the truck. Reality is you could do some of this with sort of the normal mode steering, but like stuff where you're turning the wheel all the way here, now you're only turning the wheel like this to get the body to move. Likewise, we're going to do kind of it's a relatively easy rock crawl, but what you can do with a rock crawl with King Crab, and it's available in any mode, right? So you can use it with off-road for deformable surfaces, or you could use it in a rock crawl with terrain. You can get to that 1 to negative 2. What it's really super useful for is you kind of have, it's not independent, but it's nearly independent control over the rear wheels. And so if you think of the front wheel sitting up against like a rock face, right,
Okay.
or a boulder, you kind of want to hit it straight on, right, because you don't want to slip off the side.
Sure.
But you got a boulder that's sitting either on the inside or the outside of the rear tire, and you really want to be able to go up and face it. Like you kind of can do this, and the front wheel hasn't moved much, but now
Yeah.
the rear wheel's going right up and crawling against it. And it's a surprising amount of capability actually to do that, right? Because again, you're just maximizing traction. It's another arrow in the quiver, right? Frankly, like crab walk, like the other steering modes, rear steer off, right? Sometimes you kind of just need what you need because it's infinitely variable.
This
off-road.
exact scenario came up last weekend. I was off-roading at Tigerton Off-Road Park in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And we were struggling to put this wheel on the rock, like you're saying, without peeling the rim off the inside of or peeling the tire off the inside of the rim. And I didn't even think about using rear wheel steering as that. But now as you're talking about it, that would have solved the problem.
So a lot of the home-built off-roaders, right? They literally have the monster truck where you can control the rear wheels totally independently.
We're in my buddy's Jim's Jeep Liberty, so it does not have rear steer.
And there's a lot of reasons you don't want to do that on a road car, right? Where you're not fully independent, but like it's pretty cool what you can do. So again, what you're seeing is we do go to off-road parks. We go to various locations off-road.
I've seen you guys at Silver Lake.
Yep, we've done that. Yep. So Milford has some limited off-roading capability, so that's what you're seeing here today. So just kind of walking through here, right? Like again, this course is not super tight, but you can see like
that is a steep hill though,
you have to move.
especially in wet.
Yeah, we'll go up some of them, right? I mean, they're not too bad. And like the truck, I mean, this is also a good reminder of the truck is really, really capable. It's actually been pretty interesting is, as we've gotten more and more customers here since 2022, right? A lot more people started really playing with these off-road.
Yeah.
And they're pretty neat to do.
This is pretty muddy. It's
a
lot of slip. Wow.
You guys got the nice clean truck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, where's supposed to get it clean?
So like again, like you just don't. It's what's pretty cool is the body just kind of moves around with limited steering motion. So up here, right, like what I always like to show off here too is both cameras, right? So we've got underbody cameras, and again, like what's pretty cool on this is we always call it kind of a triple view, right? Where you can see out the windshield, you can see at the bumper level, and then you can see what's going on below the truck.
Yeah. Tire placement.
For tire placement, exactly. And we've also, right, again, since 2022, but it's been, I'd say, recalibrated and optimized for 2026.
Yeah.
We've got air suspension, right? So right now I just put it into what we call raised one in engineering terms, which basically goes up roughly an inch over where you're at a normal ride speed.
Would that be like 1 level or 2 level below extraction mode?
So that's 1 level below extract.
Okay.
So extract goes a full on +6. Right?
Okay.
It's a huge.
Oh, you go right from +1 to +6.
It's yeah. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's a big jump, and
That is.
we partially did that because again, extract is really targeted around the real low speed stuff.
Yeah.
You know, again, whereas this mode you can actually drive. It is speed limited, but you can drive in it at higher speed. So if you're doing sort of more of a, you know, something like this trail but higher speed, you could use raised one there and get into it.
Really tight, slippery. If you don't take out a cone, I'm going to be impressed.
So
That
this
tough.
is where the 4-wheel steer comes into play, and like, it's clear.
Wow.
Just doesn't have
Even
problem at all.
slipping, that's a tight turn to make.
So here, like, I'll show off some terrain mode, and again, you know, side benefit here of you can keep King Crab on in terrain mode, right? We can keep it in raised one, and it'll let us just kind of do this again. It's not a super complex rock crawl, but it kind of shows off pretty well what the truck's doing when we get back into the cameras.
I love how it's just recycled asphalt.
Yeah, just dumps them down the...
We got lots of paved tracks. At the
Yeah.
front. So right now you're looking at the rear wheels here moving around in the cameras, right?
Oh,
So you can
nice.
see.
So yeah,
See
the
what
scenario
they're
you were
doing
talking
there.
about, and I was talking about, you know, you see a stone you want to put it on top of in the middle, not drag your rim along the outside of the rock. You can just watch it. I like it.
Yep, so you just kind of can position it exactly where you want to go. It's amazing how much the cameras, you don't totally eliminate the need for spotter depending on the course, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
it kind of gives you that perspective of that a lot of time you need a spotter for.
You guys got the track control really down. Like the wheel slip is so much less.
It's yeah, it's actually really, and you can open it up, right, so that you can get that wheel slip if you need it, and that's a lot of what off-road mode is for. But yeah, it's very controlled, right? Again, benefits of the EV with you've got very tight wheel control.
Wow, this is steep.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, in the old videos, the truck would slip like crazy, but the SUV is just so much lighter.
Yeah, and I mean, we've done a lot of work on slip calibration.
Yeah.
And again, like I say, there are times you want it to slip, right? You want to be able to swing the back end around, all that stuff. So yeah, so that's
Fantastic.
kind of, you know, again, low demonstration of what you can do with King Crab and the various modes of the truck.
That is awesome. I would say major credit to you guys for providing King Crab OTA for free to buyers of the old one. So that's awesome.
It's pretty neat, and actually, it's one of those things that once you get into it and you experience that rear steer, it's hard to go back, right? It's actually really.
I'm with you, man.
It adds you a lot of capability to the truck.
That's how I feel about Supercruise.
I also agree. Which is, I mean, that's the other awesome thing about this truck is, and I live this and breathe this truck every day, right? But
Yeah.
like, you can do this stuff, and then you leave, and like I mean, I can drive this thing home, and you're sitting there in Supercruise, right? You pop the tops off, and you're like, this is.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
you can go to dinner
Drive
in this thing at a really
Yeah.
nice restaurant after tearing up the trails.
So,
And also credit to you guys for still taking us out, even though it's kind of wet. So thanks for not.
yeah. No,
Thanks for not yanking this experience, because I was kind of worried with the rain.
Cool.
I think it's worth mentioning the amount of care and attention that GM's giving the Hummer brand in this. And here's what I mean. So there's the windshield Easter egg of the Hummer truck. The brake light you just saw was an H. The tail lights are sideways H's. It's just a really thought out product, a really thought out brand. Who would have thought that the Hummer brand from the 2000s would be resurrected as a very capable EV with no gas engine? It's crazy. All right, now it's my turn to go in the front. You can see a bit of the angle already right here. How many degrees do you think this is, Qua?
Huh?
This is maybe 8 degrees. I don't think that's max, but we already got some mud on the tires.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So about 10 degrees there, it looks like.
So again, we're just sitting here in off-road mode with King Crab on. So getting that benefit, right? So we got a little bit of space so we can do a wiggle here. So
Yeah. Nice.
feel it moving around.
And how much bigger is the wheelbase on the pickup?
The pickup's 9 inches longer wheelbase.
Okay. Because I've been thinking about pickups, but I'm gotta say, in these tight trails, it's pretty nice to have the
I'd say
SUV.
for you, the SUV makes way more sense.
They
Yeah.
both have their advantages.
Yeah.
Right, like everything we're doing today on the pickup can do it, including that tight turn right there at the end. The pickup's, I think, 42 foot for when it's in its full. It might be lower than that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
And the SUV's, I think, 37 feet or 35
Okay.
feet. It's quite a bit smaller because of the 9-inch wheelbase.
Yeah.
That said, you get the big battery in the pickup, right?
Good point.
Which is neat.
That's a big point.
As well. So
That's true.
They both have their strengths.
Yeah. But King Crab, even all the way back to 2022 Hummers.
Correct.
Is that right? Wow, that's awesome. It felt good.
Yeah, it's actually, it always is amazing to me, even though I do this fairly often in these trucks. They're pretty drama-free, right? They just kind of go.
Super capable.
Which is pretty cool.
And the tires are really aggressive, which helps. I love that. It's just a great package.
So we'll put it into its raised one mode here, and we can watch it through the camera.
Yeah, with those rocks. I don't blame you.
Yeah, just let's see, make sure you're...
That's impressive with that crown on the, those rocks, that it still doesn't scrape. That's impressive. How fast can you go on extract mode? Like
It's
2 or 3?
12 miles an hour.
Oh, that's way faster than I thought. I was going to guess like 5 at most.
Yeah, it's kind of more than you ever need to go 12, to be
Yeah.
honest. But it is like a cheat code.
Unless you're showing off on
Aggressive
Woodward,
rock
then
crawl.
then you want 40.
First time I experienced it actually in a pretty significant rock crawl. It's like a cheat code after you've been driving kind of normal off-roaders for years.
Oh, I have
'cause it's
bellied out many a car
yeah.
and truck.
Biggest problem is the confidence boost it gives you, right? So
Yeah.
The early Hummers, the suspension, the air suspension overheated a lot. And,
Oh, really?
And the locker too. So, has that been resolved?
we still, if you cycle the air suspension a lot, you will run into cases where it'll overheat, and it will come back on you.
Yeah.
The lockers, it's all speed based, right? And so it's when you enter into it. I've never had a problem with an overheated locker, to be honest, unless I'm
I think
intentionally hitting it in a way that it's really bad.
I think the overheating was probably the wrong term for me. It was more of like people weren't as happy with the electronic locker as they were with the mechanical.
Yeah, and this truck has both, right?
Okay.
Because this is a 3-motor SUV, so the rear, which we can throw it in here right now, is it's the virtual locker,
Yeah.
right? Because it's got 2 motors, so we can play with it.
The
on
2X is the
here.
one that has the
The 2X, both axles are actual mechanical lockers. So same as this truck has the mechanical up front because it's a 3-motor. It's the virtual in the rear, and it's very good at wheel control at this point when it's got the locker on.
That's amazing. Did you presumably work on a lot of ICE vehicles in the off-road space as well?
I've worked on kind of a little bit of everything GM's got to offer.
So as you're tuning this stuff for capability, customer comfort, customer confidence, what's easier to tune? Is it electric cars or gas cars using, braking and ABS and stuff, or is it this because you have the extra,
it depends
flexibility?
on what you're going for. So for I actually spent time as a noise and vibration engineer
Okay.
on ICE vehicles, right? And obviously, there's nothing that sounds quite like a big V8, right? From an ICE tuning perspective, right? From an off-road specific perspective, you can't beat EV wheel control. It's awesome. Right?
That's
you just
that's
have
what I was getting at. It sounds
micro precision that you can do. Plus, you've got traditional, right? What you can do with the brakes. I also like to highlight, and every vehicle ends up with a weak point in the underbody somewhere, right? But 99% of ICE trucks, right, have a prop shaft running front to rear,
right.
That ends up being your weak point in a rock crawl.
Good point.
You've
That's
got
another
a
good
big
point.
giant skid plate here over
Yeah.
the battery on this one, and so it's like you don't
Flat
have
bottom
that
makes it a
weak
lot
point.
easier, and no exhaust to rip off.
Right. So it's They both have pros and cons, obviously, but I have found like actually the electric vehicle experience off-road is really a unique and neat one, right?
Well, that was an amazing experience. Thanks to GM for taking us around. They had zero issues taking this off-road, even in these wet conditions. I was so impressed, I wanted to check out the tires. This is available online. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. They are Goodyear Wrangler all-terrains. They're not some sort of like ringer tire that they put on here. You can buy these at Walmart, I'm sure. 305/70, 18 only. I love that they're 18s, not bigger. So, very capable. I will point out also that they had zero problems taking this out in the forest, even these muddy conditions. The tires did awesome, the truck did awesome. And as you heard, electric vehicles are a little easier to tune for off-roading, traction and capability. You can feed in just the right number of electrons to each motor instead of having to deal with an ICE, gas engine sending torque to it and having to brake with the ABS pump. The power you don't need and removing it. So very impressive. Lucky for us, our next activity was to ride in the ZR2 Silverado. This truck was built with Chad Hall Racing for the Mint 400 and other desert races, and now we get to experience what this truck can do.
For like the off-road motorsports sport.
Okay.
So we do all the Chad Hall desert trucks.
Okay.
And then,
yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah.
You got the AC running.
Oh,
Yep.
Spoiled.
Yep.
You run it during the race too?
They do. That is a.
That's
Oh yeah, out in Baja.
Yeah, one of Chad's few requests.
You don't want
AC.
You don't want your driver getting overheated.
Yeah. So like in our other trucks, they'll be running. So we run a Colorado and a Silverado ice truck.
Oh, they run AC too?
Yeah, they'll. Our driver for the Silverado, he'll have AC on. He'll have music playing.
Oh.
Just,
Like even in the races?
oh
or?
yeah, during race, yeah.
Gonna roost your coworker there, I'm sure. And
Yeah, and then brand new.
scratch up that nice paint.
I don't think they'd be too happy.
No.
Come back.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Already I can feel how amazing this suspension is. Wow.
About 1100
Wow,
this is-
horsepower.
It doesn't even feel like we're off-roading.
This is not a rough country lift kit, huh? Wow. Oh my gosh, it's so planted. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow, roller coaster effect there. Oh my gosh, what a drop.
Yeah.
Woo! Holy crap. Wow, great handling, so neutral. Wow. Oh, the braking. Even on gravel, the braking is impressive.
It doesn't feel like 9,000 pounds.
Right.
Oh,
Wow. Whoa. Nice drop. Woo! Oh, that was a huge drop.
That was nice.
Awesome. Awesome. 33% grade if you can't see it on the video. Wow. And a tight turn at the same time. Wow. Really load up the suspension. Woo! Another roller coaster. Wow.
Bro, we picked the wrong careers.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Wrong career. This is a great course. It's like a dirt fish or something out here. What a track. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is fun. Nice four-wheel drift, all-wheel drive cranking. That's fantastic. Since you're in a race truck, just drive on the grass, right? Nice. Ah, it's nice U-turn. That's how you do it without four-wheel steering, just kick it around.
Oh, this doesn't have four-wheel steering?
No, it does not have four-wheel steering. That was more just to try to keep the complexity down.
Yeah. Yes.
And a lot of it, it's, you get the benefit at low speed, so most of our stuff we're going too fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Justify four-wheel steer anyway.
Yeah.
And in racing, it's one more thing to be
Yeah, I
considered.
was gonna say, like, it's probably not designed for high-speed turns. A lot of lateral force on those.
Wow. That was like 60 right there. That's crazy.
How much?
Wow, I saw 740 kilowatts being expended.
Just under 10,000 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, about 1,100 horsepower.
1,100 horsepower. How many pounds you say?
7,000.
Just under 10,000.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You'd never know it. It weighs that much.
Yeah.
So nimble.
At least the passenger.
At least with your driving, yeah.
Yeah.
At least with your good driving. It feels nimble.
It's so planted.
Yes, I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What a ride. Awesome. Ooh. Did you guys have to do a lot to the power balance between the two motors?
No, so it's pretty much all just production cal.
Really?
You know, we're working with the teams to, see how we can better the production variants, but everything is basically production.
It's pretty much out of the box. You don't like give it 70% rear or anything other
Nope.
than normal distribution, huh?
Yeah.
And how about the handling? I mean, besides the shocks, you guys mess with the sway bars and stuff, or what?
So we're not running sway bars on the truck.
Okay.
So other than that, it's all just,
Wow.
we did dampers.
In case you haven't seen this truck online or seen it much at all, this truck was built for the Baja race, the desert race down in Mexico. If you didn't hear our very talented driver earlier, he was telling us how this is basically a production truck, no sway bars. It's got the standard motors that you can get on the production truck. It's got the standard motor distribution, the torque distribution. I was pretty surprised to hear that. I would have thought for sure they would have messed with how much power goes to the rear, because the handling is so neutral. It's very well balanced, or I'm sure a lot of that's the skill of our driver, of course, too. But I've been pretty impressed with this truck just as a road truck, but here riding in it, not driving it. Driving it has been even more impressive. Riding it, it's just been, it really emphasizes the idea I've had for years that these are just huge RC trucks, and they're as much fun as RC trucks, except even more so because you get to ride in them and drive them yourself in the vehicle. So if you haven't driven one of these electric trucks before, any electric truck probably, they're all about the same speed for the road, at least the top models. Try it, because you're gonna love it. And if you grew up driving RC cars like I did when I was a kid, you're gonna see the comparison. So fantastic experience. This truck was amazing.
I think up the hill when you punched it, it was like 750. Holy shit, that's crazy. I think the backside seat is
500 in this one. Doesn't make me feel nauseous.
No, it won't. It's so planted.
Yeah.
It's so planted.
It's not like
yeah.
throwing
like,
you back and
yeah.
The suspension does a really good job.
It literally feels like you're running on paper.
There are a lot of roller coaster crests though. If you get nauseous, like
I'm good.
you'd probably.
If I was driving,
it feels
different
like
story.
this
Yeah,
is
it's the same.
VR in a way.
Yeah.
It feels like what's right?
VR almost.
Oh yeah.
You feel it, but it's so different.
That's cool.
VR or like. It's as close to driving an RC truck as I can imagine.
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
like it just
exactly.
feels like I'm driving a huge
It just
RC
punches.
desert truck.
Yeah.
I love how there's like, what is the whole prototype, they said.
He was saying this is an early production or prototype.
Work truck.
So he said the plastics are all smooth. There's no graining.
yeah.
So like not really, something you'd put out to the customer.
Right.
But I do like that the center console's still there.
Yeah.
You know, it's all smooth plastic.
And the
It's not
floor
production
mats.
ready. Yeah, the rubber floor mats.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a single seat in the back. That's interesting. Yeah.
a lot of desert trucks have one in the middle, so that it's like maybe a secondary navigator or like a support person or mechanic even.
That makes
We'll sit in the middle there, but they've still got the Lorentz, navigation system still on there. But he also said the battery's been replaced. I'm guessing it was maybe just a newer battery for upgrade purposes, or maybe they used the old battery for R&D purposes to see how it fared.
Gotcha.
And then,
I think it was probably because they wanted a new fresh battery for the race.
Well, have you seen on your forums actually battery replacements?
Huh?
On your forums?
Oh, yeah.
I've got one done.
Oh, okay.
I had my battery replaced
Okay.
about a month ago as well. So.
Yeah, like it's such a common thing.
Yeah.
Like
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I'm asking. Like, what's the drive? Is it software? Is it hardware? Is it
Right.
BMS or is it the actual cells?
Yeah.
Like what is causing it?
did they take your battery because there was a fault, or they just wanted to learn from it, or do you know?
I'm guessing they refurbish it too because
They-
all the Ultium plants all have on-site recycling.
They said to me that it was for a battery study, but my service thing said like it was out of coolant, like it had leaked out and stuff. So I don't know if it was like a fault or not. They said,
Gotcha.
They did say the truck reported that it needed to be brought in.
Okay,
So-
so they'll learn. I'm sure they'll learn from it.
Exactly.
Oh, so you got a notification from them
They
to bring it
called
in?
me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
In case you're wondering about these tires, BF Goodrich, Baja champions, just like my old 4Runner, Mud Terrain TA KM3, Load Range E. I don't know if all these Mud Terrains are Load Range E, but mine were on the 4Runner back when I had that, and these ones too, and Method wheels. 8 lug, of course, like all the Ultium trucks. And with that, our off-roading portion of the day was done. Sadly, I didn't want to leave. It was so awesome, but again, very generous of GM to provide us this experience. I would have spent all day here if I could have, but that's before I knew about what was coming up next, which was great too. Next, we spent some time familiarizing ourselves with the new 2026 GMC Sierra EV Denali. All right, we're in the 2026 Denali EV, and Keenan and I are checking out the software. What did you find out, Keenan?
Yeah, so looking at compared to my truck, which is a 2025, I'm noticing just a few things that are different. So first of all, I noticed that the font is a little bit different. Some of these icons are different. So vehicle status, that's a little different. On my truck, this is not a button; it's just an empty square.
Oh, wow.
So when you click this, it brings you to the settings. So that's kind of nice.
Huh.
This, I don't believe this is just available for me. I think there's nothing. It's not a button.
You guys had one article you guys mentioned.
Like this little notification on the maps, I've never seen that on mine. What else is there? I was just taking a look.
And do you use Google Maps exclusively on your truck? Is this the choice you have? It looks like Android Auto to me, but is this what you use as well?
This is what I use. So
Okay.
there is no Android Auto and CarPlay.
Because
which I know
it's integrated.
It's integrated, and
Okay.
honestly, my opinion, I think that's better. I came from Android Auto and CarPlay, and I found it really annoying.
Okay.
This is just built into the truck. It just works. It's super responsive.
That is snappy.
It works. It works great. I just like that I
Okay.
don't have to connect my phone or anything.
Like after the rebates and everything.
Just gonna look at settings here. So I'm sure people will want to see what version this is.
Yeah.
Do the system. About. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I
Right
can see
now.
that. Thank you.
Just so people can compare it to theirs. It still says Android 12, but their security patch is December 5th, 2024. I think mine is April. I think it's like an
Of 24.
Of 2024. So this one's a little bit later.
Okay.
And then the build number. I can't like see if.
The Play Store. That was also a topic on our group.
Yeah, it's to see
What's available? You know, like what? Because there, of course, the wish list is endless. Like,
Yeah.
I want YouTube, and I want, you know,
I think.
all
I mean, I'm
sorts of stuff.
speculating here, but I feel like this one probably, because I've seen YouTube videos online of influencers who've used the 2026s, and they have access to Tubi and YouTube and
Okay.
all those apps. I
Okay.
think this has it. I'm just not signed in.
We can't. Yeah, we're not signed in yet, so we can't. But
I can't see it. But
I
I'm
see it on the
imagining-
list.
Yeah, if everything already kind of looks a little bit different, so I'm guessing that it probably has it.
Okay.
Just trying to see if there's any other differences that I can spot yet. Battery capacity. That's different.
Yours says like what battery state of charge or something.
Oh wow, yeah, this shows your battery's capacity compared to when it was new.
Whoa, and it's right there front and center too.
I do not have that.
That is interesting.
That is really cool. So it's
Wow.
calculating. Let's see what happens.
That's bold of them.
Yeah.
You might
that
get a
is,
lot of complaints if someone's battery is 1% less than their neighbor's.
That is wild. Yeah, I want to see if that actually populates.
Is there a start button on these?
No start button.
Okay.
But there is an icon here
It may
that
not
I don't
have
have.
history yet.
You're right. It's probably so new.
2026, that's why it's struggling. 'Cause there's no history.
Oh, maybe it
You're
doesn't
right.
know.
Let's see.
Maybe it hasn't been charged 100% either ever or lately.
It's how many kilometers or miles are on this thing? Oh, 321 miles on this truck. So
Okay.
it's really new. But there's an icon here that I don't have, and that's the new Supercruise.
Oh, where's that?
Right here in the middle. So this one, compared to mine, so this is the updated one that will do lane centering while you're driving. So currently it kind of just like, there is lane centering, but it kind of ping pongs you a little bit. This is more like autopilot and Tesla, where it will actually keep you
Straight and narrow.
straight and
Okay,
narrow.
very
Yeah.
good.
Plus this one has the ability to follow your route from the map. If you plug in like...
Oh, like you were asking earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. More closely follows that.
Yeah. A lot more room for like loading stuff back here, which is pretty cool.
Oh, because yours has the infrastructure to support the seat when you fold it down?
Yeah, so mine, this part folds forward, and then for the midgate, this part comes down into it. So
I
it's-
see.
Yeah, like you can still put stuff in the back, but this is really nice.
I see.
But it's just strange that this is not a Denali.
Yeah, we were
doesn't have air
noticing
suspension.
this 2026 Denali, it doesn't have a midgate, which up until now, as far as we know, they all had midgates. And then the wheels are smaller.
These are just
and-
like aero covers.
They have really nice aero covers and no air suspension. This is just coils. So I'm guessing or hoping or expecting maybe that there's going to be maybe a decontented Denali that would maybe lower the price a little bit, but still offer, you know, what you want.
No glass roof.
Wow, good spot. No glass roof either. So it could, maybe it's pre-production, so maybe they just built this to demonstrate other parts of the truck, not these features that are missing, or maybe they're bringing it to us like this, and we'll have a bit more choice in terms of what options we want instead of getting everything, whether you want it or not. So, interesting. Now we're curious if it even has rear steer or not.
You know what? You check hard, I'll check the software.
Yeah, it's not rear steer, so you can conclude what you want about that. I like it because it gives you more choice and probably lowers the cost of entry.
No crab walk.
No crab walk, yep. So there are two ways to check it. Interesting. So as a cheapskate that likes to live the good life but not have to pay for it, I like that you can have options now and different choices in terms of, if this is actually what's going to come out. We'll see. But assuming this is a production car, I like that. You can have more choices about it. And if you're curious what the size is on these are 22s, so still big. 275, 50 22s. Bridgestone Alenzas. Doesn't say anything about it being an EV specific tire, but consider this a cheaper version, if you want to call it that, of a Denali. But it's still got, I would call them premium wheels, beautiful paint, huge capability. We don't know the battery size. And then earlier Keenan went over some of the software differences. So for example, the battery capacity. And in case you ever forget, I guess this is the park or the mountain is at this latitude and longitude.
No. Okay, I want to see if
the camera pops up when you signal.
Yeah.
Put it. Oh, you put it in drive. Good.
Yeah. I figured that would pop up.
We're just doing that on the down low because we're not gonna move it.
No,
We just wanted to see if the camera, like the mirror cam, would pop up with the signal, and so far it has. I'll close my door in case it matters, but
Sure.
the fact that it hasn't popped up yet makes me think it doesn't have that. So we notice there's no bed cam. The nose cam and a couple of, or at least one tailgate cam are still there for the hitch. And then, what was that? How did you get to that button with the R on it? It looked like a brake button.
Yeah, so we went to cameras.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Reverse automatic camera. And you can turn that on and off, and I'm guessing.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't have
Although
that on
it doesn't
mine.
let me on mine.
Oh,
So,
reverse auto braking. Reverse auto braking. I see. Okay.
Reverse auto braking.
That's nice because if you're pulling a trailer,
You don't. Yeah, it won't let you move.
yeah, I've had that happen on mine actually,
Yeah.
where I didn't turn that off. I had to permanently turn it off because if I'd be reversing my trailer, it would slam on the brakes.
So you would turn it off in a different place in the menu.
Yes,
I
this is
see.
nice and way more
That is
convenient.
nice.
Yeah, they have updated everything. It looks like
That's some pretty big
slightly
differences.
different.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I'm trying to see what else is I'm noticing is different.
how about you got ventilated seats? Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, actually, you know what? There are two buttons now.
They used to be separate,
It was one button.
or they used to be together. I
It used to
see.
be together.
Now
so
they're
that's
separate.
different.
Okay.
Right? It's a good call.
Wow.
Interesting.
This is one pedal driving.
how
I
this
assume
works
you always
is-
have that. Oops, sorry.
Yep, that's one
This is
pedal.
all the same.
That's the same. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I messed
that's
up whatever you were doing.
no. That's actually a little gripe I have is when you click something, it should close the screen again,
Yeah, I just did that expecting
Exactly.
it to, and it didn't.
It's-
You have to go up
you
here.
have to go up there and close
I
it.
see. That's too bad.
which is a little bit
That'd be a
frustrating.
nice time saver.
Let's see what else.
Put it on the OTA list.
Yep.
So earlier, yeah.
The software is nice. It's weird that it's like no glass. That feels very different.
And then you mentioned, of course, with no midgate, you get more floor space.
Yeah, I'm still confused
But
that this is a Denali. Like, I don't-
Yeah, I'm really curious if this is production.
It feels like it's not because
Yeah,
Denali should have everything.
you would think.
So stream your
right.
favorites.
I think it's okay if I signed in. So I signed into Google here, and here are some of the apps we have coming our way.
Pass time while you're parked. That's new.
That's, oh yeah.
I don't have that.
That's nice.
And if you click on this, you'll get more.
So this is, where here?
The white.
Oh,
The actual like.
oh, I
yeah,
see.
There you go.
I wonder what that is.
That's a game.
Really?
Yeah, a little game.
So how much of this do you have today?
Angry Birds. I got
Beach
none of this.
Buggy.
Literally none of this.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was a Tesla game. I guess they just paid for it.
I guess. Oh, Chrome. Look at that.
A Chrome, and I saw
Browser.
Vivaldi as well.
Wow.
Another browser. This is just
baby.
on the pastime when you're parked. Prime, that's huge.
That's
Tubi,
huge.
you mentioned.
Yeah, HBO Max.
Pluto.
Pluto TV's awesome.
Crunchyroll's good
Yep.
too. Oh, okay, so that's pretty good.
So that.
Now this, and by the way, none of this stuff is stuff I have on my phone, or most of this isn't on my phone. So it's not because it's just reading off my phone and like mirroring it. This is just the truck.
This is completely new. I don't have a stream your favorites. So
Yeah,
scroll through those ones, I guess. Yeah, YouTube. Don't have that.
it's Swedish
Oh, sorry, YouTube
radio.
Music. Sorry, I do have that. I should. I thought that was YouTube itself. So that's just YouTube Music.
So
I do
far,
have.
just music.
Oh, this is music then. Okay.
Well, so far, we'll see.
Yeah. No.
SoundCloud's
Okay.
nice.
Maybe I do have stream your favorites then. I assumed it was video. So maybe
I assume too.
explore all that.
Should we search?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
YouTube. There
Let's
you
see.
go.
Should
Sick.
do it.
Go for it. Yeah.
I'll never be invited back again.
That was fast.
It is fast.
Beautiful.
Okay.
It's quick.
That is quick.
this guy's here today.
Andre's here.
Yeah.
We'll use Andre's video. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
Denali Edition 1.
Wow, it's so smooth.
That's great.
Like, it's fantastic.
That looks great.
This is great.
Oh, they did like the little background
The fade
as well.
out.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Nicely done.
I'm going to show you a couple here at the 60s.
That looks familiar. Looks like
Yeah.
it's like another vehicle I know. Wow. All right, this is awesome.
That is cool.
And this is on the level of Tesla snappiness with all these apps. Like,
Yep, just as quick.
it might even be fast. I don't know. I would say maybe even faster. It is really impressive.
That is really good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really snappy.
That's really good
Yeah.
for a third-party app.
Yep.
But wow,
Cool.
I like it.
Now when do
Now
I
you
get
guys
it?
can see all the stuff I watch. Yeah, and when do you get it? That's the other question.
Yeah, this is the new software. Yeah.
Wow. Got some Weston Champlain. All right, what else we got? How do I get back to the apps, you
The
think?
apps. So
Let's just try a short. Sorry.
yeah.
I'll see how the format, I think,
that's cool.
of all the stuff that came up. All right. So that's pretty good, too. The quality of that video was bad.
Yeah.
Just resolution-wise, that's not a reflection of the truck.
You can do the likes and stuff too. That's nice.
Yeah, it's your phone, basically,
Yeah.
which is fantastic while you're charging.
So-
So now, put it in drive. I'm sure it doesn't
Oh,
work,
yeah,
but
let's
let's just
see.
say put it in drive.
All right.
See what happens.
There you go. Okay.
What? I'm just kidding, of
Did it
course.
stop the audio?
It did.
It paused it. Okay.
It
So
stopped
if
the
I
whole thing.
put it back-
That'd be interesting, though, if it would keep playing the audio.
True. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Okay, so it literally pauses it.
All right, that's good. And expected. I mean, you can play it. Go ahead.
And
If
then
you want to play
other
around with
apps.
it.
So
You're more familiar with these than me.
Play Store. Let's see if there's anything different. Chrome is cool. That's a nice one.
Yeah, I would love that while I'm
I've got
sitting
that
there
hacked into my
charging.
system right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's like a workaround you can do.
Oh, nice.
Prime Video is really cool. Yeah, a lot of these are going to be like handy when you're charging.
Oh, yeah. And do you want to try the audio when you're in drive? I mean, it should
Yeah, sure.
work, right?
Whichever one you want.
You can pick one if you want. I'm not logged into any of these, so.
Like,
FM rate, that might be easy. Well, I don't think, I'm trying to find one that wouldn't require a login, but they all might require logins.
true. Yeah, you play for it. Like, go for it.
Let's see. Let's just see. Install. The Cadillac sounds sick.
Yeah, I hear that.
The burble.
Distance, yeah, the burble.
Hopefully he
exactly.
gets on it. I
Come on.
should probably keep my camera aimed down.
That sounds nice.
That does sound nice. All right, back to apps. So presumably, if you put it in drive, it'll still play, right?
Yep.
All
We're
right.
good. Cool.
This is what I listen to on the drive over here, actually.
Nice.
Just kidding. Very nice. Wow, good job. That's like pretty impressive.
Another thing.
Oh, no
basic
TV mirror.
Yeah.
Good catch. Another difference between a current day Denali and the 2026 Denali.
Yep. That's just a basic one.
And it's prismatic. It'll just adjust automatically to.
It's got the sensor. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll darken, but that's it.
Gotcha.
Huh. A lot of changes in this.
Play YouTube.
Sorry, I can't do that yet.
Oh, she's British.
Open YouTube.
Opening YouTube.
All
That's
right.
cool.
I like that. Is there a steering wheel button for commands like that? Or I can, yeah, that one probably. Close YouTube.
Doesn't close it.
All right.
Open off-road mode.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, they closed that loophole.
Would that be? It was like a time saver to.
It was like
Skip
from the
to
Hummer.
Ah.
There's an app that was running Hummer that
I
people
see.
found would run on these cars. It wouldn't really fit properly either.
I see.
It was like just a little Easter egg, but I guess they removed it. Unless I'm doing the command wrong, but
That's interesting.
yeah. But this is great. I'm happy with it.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I would love this. Hopefully
Does,
everyone gets
the
it.
Lightning
You can get. You can't get YouTube, but there are a few apps here and there. I don't use any
video
of
apps?
them. Yep.
Okay.
I don't use any of them. I don't even know what's on there, but there are a few. It's basic. I would say 5 or 6.
Okay. Still something though. I mean, we have
Something.
nothing. So
I guess, yeah. But now you've got the store coming, it looks
Yes.
like. I mean, that's huge. It's, you know.
Well, like there are apps you can download. Like the store we have, but we just don't have like any of the useful apps in my opinion.
I see.
We've got a few things, but it's really, yeah, limited.
Nice. And if you're curious what the size is on these are 22s, so still big. 275, 50 22s. Bridgestone Alenzas. Doesn't say anything about it being an EV specific tire, but consider this a you know, cheaper version, if you want to call it that, of a Denali. But it's still got, you know, I would call them premium wheels, beautiful paint, huge capability. We don't know the battery size, and then earlier Keenan went over some of the software differences. So for example, the battery capacity. And in case you ever forget, I guess this is the park, or the mountain is at this latitude and longitude.
Denali standard range is what I'm thinking.
Denali standard range.
Yep.
That doesn't even make any sense in my opinion.
So we have
98% in the battery and 249 miles is what we just noticed too.
standard range, extended range.
The trim.
Got to find ways to make EVs
Yeah.
affordable for everyone.
No,
right?
that's great.
Yeah.
I love the options. I was saying in my video earlier, like I like having the choice.
Yeah.
I don't want to be forced into stuff I don't want a Pinot roof.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need the TV mirror, you know, other stuff would be nice. If it's available as a package or an option, I would prefer that. So
That is,
Jordan, how do you drive today?
I drive a bleep Lightning today.
No.
Yep. Well, that was fascinating. It wasn't even necessarily intended as part of the show. They just gave us this truck to play around with, and we learned a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed that part. Now we're off to ride in another Sierra EV over here. Supercruise and towing.
Oh, nice.
Sounds like a trailer just like that one is next.
Set speed in a lane, it's like driving straight. It's a 5-mile loop. There are 5 lanes.
Wow.
So it is quite extensive. And this is what you're going to do. You're going to make a loop, and then you'll pull in here, swap drivers,
Cool.
Right on.
take another loop. What we ask is that we don't get out of the checklist.
That's cool.
If you're always doing the same thing, maybe you don't want, you know, you can leave it checked, but otherwise you can, you know, as you go through your...
That's cool.
As
Like
you go
an
through your-
aircraft.
Yeah.
You know what? That's handy because a lot of times I'm like triple and quadruple things in my mind. I'm like, did I do that? Did I put the pin back in? Did I like?
And then if you want to restart,
That's really cool.
uncheck all. If you need additional information, then you can push the I. So quite nice. Light testing, again, because they don't have the trailer connected.
Right.
This allows you to start the test, and it'll do a right turn signal, left
In
turn
sequence, I see.
Yep, running lights, reverse lights. So you can be standing outside the vehicle.
Yeah.
You could be on your own, and you don't have to run
Yeah,
back
yeah.
and forth.
Put a stick on the
Gotcha.
on the brake. Yeah.
Oh, they just swapped.
Okay. Well,
Do you-
when they pull out, then I'll move forward.
Perfect.
So we're
Do you know if these updates will be backdated to older model years, like last year's Denali, for example?
there are certain there.
You don't have to say if you don't know or can't say. That's fine.
All and nothing are difficult.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Features that
Select
can,
features
that,
might be available.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay.
We
Thank
are
you.
hopefully talking to the software guy. What's his name? Clyde.
Clyde.
Later today.
Or
so-
someone from his team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or someone from his team that might have more info on
I
that.
bet you know. You just want to overpromise.
Yes. And there are some things like over time, product changes, and so that capability wasn't on a particular
For sure.
trim, or when you have the trailer connected, then you can add that with the trailer.
Okay, I see. Gotcha. That makes sense.
So we can add in lane lines, and then it's not lighting for the trailer because
Right,
what
there's no
isn't-
trailer connected.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, that's
But
cool.
the feature is available. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Let's see. The big oval. The big circle. How was it, Qua?
It's
exactly what we imagined.
Exactly what you want, huh? I bet. And a nice new color, it seems like. It's a really nice color.
So home screen, as we go through drive modes, we can get into, first off, we have our My Mode where you can customize the features as your steering feel, your ride comfort, acoustic sounds inside the cabin, normal, and off-road, and then as we're hooked up to a trailer, we got it connected to the tow haul mode.
Okay.
Right now, one pedal drive is on, and then there is the max power mode button as well that you can drive in any of the settings.
Including
as well.
tow haul mode, you can do max power as well.
Correct.
Nice.
And then one pedal drive is on, and then if we want to get into any of the trailer settings, this one's already been pre-configured to this trailer profile with this trailer based upon its weight setup. The brake gain has been set. We've already done the light test. You can go in and do your own checklist. These are the items that we have set to make sure that we were safe for today's adventure.
Nice.
So you can kind of just go through and collect and make sure we do a kind of a pre-flight checklist as we go through and take off. And then we go back, we then get into some of our trailer views. So this trailer is equipped with the accessory camera on the rear of the trailer.
Okay.
So we can get that view, and then you can pair it with the side mirrors. So then now you can see both what's behind you.
Yeah,
this is the trailer, and
That
then
is
this
wild.
is the side
Invisible
view.
trailer.
Yep. And then as we get into that, you can also check your hitch. You can look at your cargo, and then as we're driving along.
Fantastic.
Is that trailer view new for this year, or is that a previous thing as well? It is new for this year with the accessory camera.
Got it. Catch.
Okay. Yep, and so then when we go off here, we'll be able to drive you can drive, this will be a 5-mile complete circle all the way around. The first we'll be able to go up to the 3 lanes, that solid white line.
Okay.
It's 0 to 30 in the first lane, 30 to 50, 50 to 70, and then as you're going out there, you'll be able to experience Supercruise and engaging any of the lines as well.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So just gradually I can go and.
Yep. So you just have to pull down and go. Are you you have your seatbelt on?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna record everything. You can edit it
Feel
out later.
free, if you don't mind. I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool. No worries.
This is kind of you.
No problem.
So yeah, we had a trailer ballasted here, so a total trailer weight of about 5,000 pounds.
5,000 pounds. Okay. I don't feel it, so that's good. And should I slowly move over to the left?
Yep.
Probably don't need a signal, but forced to habit.
Safety first.
And then one more lane, and then there, right?
Yep.
Okay. And what speed do you think we should hit?
Anywhere you want, somewhere between 50 and 70, and then you can just hit like your activate your the left this button right there. You pull down on that, and then that'll set the cruise control speed, and then that'll engage. There you go. Now Supercruise
Lane
is on.
centering active, keep hands on, okay.
So now Supercruise is on, so you can let go of the steering wheel.
Okay. And if I want to increase the speed, I use this steering wheel button.
Correct.
Not gonna lie, I did not know you could set the speed first. Every time I turn on,
how would you do it?
I would just turn on Supercruise and then I would bump it up or down. That is interesting. That's a good tip.
And that's, I'm guessing, consistent with previous year.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the same.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow. It's very centered.
Centered, yeah.
And we were talking about how annoying pinballing can be on other cars, but this is solid.
Solid, yeah.
Even with a trailer. That is really good.
Do you tow with your truck at all?
I do.
Yeah.
My longest, heaviest haul was towing to Door County, Wisconsin to Washington Island. So you go to the end of the peninsula and then take a ferry all the way from Chicago. So it was an 8,000 pound haul.
Wow.
It was.
All right.
We had to charge twice, but it was all right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it did fine. And compared to the Super Duty, U-Haul rental we usually tow with, it was a much nicer experience.
Yours has Blue Cruise?
It has Blue Cruise and the Max battery, the ER extended range battery, and the Max tow package as well.
But Blue Cruise cannot activate when towing.
It can actually.
Can it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought so.
But you can't lane change with it.
No.
Okay, this you can, yeah.
Yeah, this is the next level above.
This will only lane change while you, not while you're trailering.
Okay.
Oh, so you have to like manually
You have to manually change.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So out of curiosity, since I don't have a Supercruise, if you're approaching an exit with navigation on,
It will start to work your way over.
it will work its way over.
For 26.
Okay, that's a new feature. And then at that point, if the exit ramp isn't mapped, it would alert you and you take over at that point. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. But if are some mapped?
Some are mapped. So
Sometimes
you're going from one freeway to another. There are some that are mapped.
Okay. Oh wow.
And I've been asking everyone, but so I apologize if you're hearing this for the 40th time. But
I was a good segue for you. I was hoping you'd go there.
Is that feature coming to any 2024s or 2025s?
Yeah,
Nothing to announce.
Yeah.
Nothing to announce. All right. Dang it. All right.
Good try.
Gotta keep trying, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's nice. This is so smooth. No pinballing.
Nice leisure drive.
It's so
you
easy.
Ride comfort.
My buddy in your previous ride, Qua, he I'm sure loved this as well because he has a big trailer. So he'd love to tow with this, I'm sure. So easy. Just eats up the miles.
When we get to about the 4.5, you'll want to start getting over and slowing down.
Okay. And so, in case anyone's curious, you probably can't see on the camera, the last, how long do you think it's had the trailer on it? For 100 miles or so? 1.1 miles per kilowatt hour is what I'm getting at. So who knows what was going on before we got here, but
It's good for a big boxy 5,000-pound trailer. Actually, I'll show you.
Yeah, it's a big aero brick.
Yeah, just a big brick in the wind.
Pull in and tuck in behind that.
Okie dokie. Nice regen too. Lots of regen. I'm not even foot off the accelerator and it's braking pretty hard, which is nice. I like all the regen it'll give me.
Cool.
And heads up display is really nice too when you're setting things like Blue Cruise. That's something my truck does not have. Very nice.
Awesome.
Very nice. Thank you. This was another one of my favorite things we saw today, was a surprise reveal of the new carbon fiber edition Hummer SUV. None of us had any idea this was coming, and it was just casually parked on the side of the road at a site of another activity we had planned. All right, sneak peek here. First time you might be seeing this. Carbon fiber edition Hummer EV SUV. I gotta speak quietly because they're filming something over there. I don't want my voice to interrupt their recording, but that's why I'm talking like this. Check this out. Hummer EV carbon fiber edition. The first thing I noticed, look at that. Carbon fiber with some matte paint. And this interior, you ready for this? This interior is called the Velocity Ember interior. A little different than what you're used to seeing other EVs and other, even Hummer EVs that don't look like this. But it has a presence, I gotta say, especially here at the GM Proving Grounds in Milford. We're about to do some sends in this one and the habanero colored Hummer EV. But right now, I'm just checking out this carbon fiber one. Sick. In case you're wondering about the wheel size, looks like they're still on 22s, 305, 55, 22s. And of course, carbon all around, still the air suspension, as you'd expect, air suspension all around. But this matte finish, I tell you, if I had even just a white Hummer EV truck like this one, with the matte wrap on it, still keep white, but with the matte wrap, that'd be amazing. So I'm checking out with Andy here.
Sorry.
This carbon wheel. No, I'm glad to have Andy here because I just learned a ton about batteries thanks to Andy. But this is like actual carbon fiber all the way through the back side of the spokes. It's just all carbon fiber. And you can see the weave even on the inside of the rim. I even noticed there's some sort of, you know, data plate or serial number associated with the wheel. I guess when you're dealing with carbon fiber wheels, you're gonna have very strict quality control. And it looks like they pulled that off. What an amazing amazing build. I did not expect to see this today. Get it to focus. There we go.
We're responsible for having 100% of parts for service ready at launch. Perfect.
There's even a carbon fiber insert under the skid plate, or in the skid plate. I haven't seen it yet, but I am gonna crawl around under it because that stuff really interests me. I like this finish too on the running boards. Even the mirrors, looks like they're carbon capped, I'm guessing. I think it's a cap. Probably a cap, but still looks impressive. Really nice quality gloss. But this interior is really a wow factor when you see this. The back seat too. All right, now it's time for us to experience the Watch the Freedom mode. You guys have heard of it from the Hummer reveal for a couple of years now, but it's time for me to experience it for the first time, and it's faster now with more power and more acceleration, so we were really excited to try this out. No, I don't think I'll launch it right now. I gotta say, I might have to change my mind. Yeah, I mean, I love off-roading and I love sports cars, and it's funny to say, but something like this can kind of do both. So, yeah, I've never experienced this.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
All right, so have you been through the launch experience before or no?
Never.
All right, so let me start from the top. So we're just in normal mode right now. To get into this, you double press. Got some visuals.
Like you were saying this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
It's
the
just
whole
like
experience.
The demo that we did in a lab years ago.
Yep.
So vehicle's lowering right now, right?
Yep.
We're cooling or heating, depending on what the ambient temps are. The battery, the power electronics, drive units, etc. Kind of preparing the propulsion system for launching. I don't know if you can hear it, but the seat is starting to vibrate now.
Okay.
And we got a driver coach up here. And so it's following my brake apply. You can see
and it wants you to brake a lot. What,
Yes.
Are you tensioning up the half shafts and stuff? Or
Yes.
I see.
So I got full brake now. Now it's telling me to floor it, and at the same time, my seat's vibrating faster.
Okay.
Right? So it's all about that
wow
experience. I'll move the phone back because it's gonna fly. So now I'm full brake. I'll come in, ramp in that throttle. My seat's going constant buzzing right now, and then we'll launch when you're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my gosh. Face melting. Oh my gosh. My face was like pulling back. That is insane. Wow.
Kind of cool, and you can pull like 8/10 of a G up through highway speeds.
Horizontal, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And up to those high speeds as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We'll actually peak at a G in acceleration near
At the
beginning.
early onset, and
then it's 80. It's 0.8 forever.
That's insane. And it's a lot of truck to move, but it does it. So.
Well, and one of the other cool things, I was actually, frankly, a little bit excited this morning when it was rainy because one of the things it does really well is it learns the surface that you're on.
Okay.
So it's optimized out of the gate to run on a nice dry surface like this, but when it's wet, we'll be able to measure what that slip is.
Okay.
Predict that surface friction, the mu.
So
and dial it back and actually get you the best that you can get on that surface
without having
second
to
and
roll
third,
it back.
Exactly.
So the second one would be a little faster and smoother.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Second
That's
one's faster.
impressive.
Third one's better. You're by somewhere between 3 and 5, depending on the surface. You're going to get the best that you can get on that surface.
Wow, that's good to know too. And it'll do it. You know, how many times do you can do that in a row before it starts to, thermal?
Oh, you can do it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I would say, in general, you're only going to lose about maybe 1% of battery.
Okay.
We're talking this large pack. Per run. And you won't actually really start derating until you're significantly down in state of charge.
Yeah.
And that's not a function of everything heating up too much. It's more a function of we just don't have the voltage in the back. So
okay,
it's just a state of charge.
Yeah. What are we at right now? We're still pretty high, I imagine.
We're 94%.
Oh yeah, okay.
State. So
quite high still.
I'd say between 95 and 100, you're going to be you're within hundreds, right?
Yep.
Within each run.
Okay.
And then it very slowly, you might be down a tenth by the time you're to 80%.
And the thermals shouldn't be an issue until several runs, you think, if at all?
Yeah. No. I mean, we did our first media event a couple years ago. I mean, we did like 50, 60 of these. Yeah. No issue.
Okay. Good. Yeah. That's impressive too.
Yeah. Sure thing.
And I love the boat, you know, bow rising feel as you accelerate too.
Super truck, yeah.
It's hilarious.
We're trying to be authentic to the super truck mantra.
Yeah.
Through.
Next, it was out to the crash testing facility. Here we are in the GM crash test and safety department. This huge building is used to launch test vehicles against, I guess we'd call those, I don't know, crash rigs, and see how they fare. We've got some crash test dummies here that are in various different sizes and shapes and to simulate different ages, and this pre-production GMC Sierra that was subjected over a year ago, hence the rust, over a year ago to a pole test. So imagine the truck is traveling towards the camera and hits a rigid pole. What happens to the truck? There's some very strong aluminum bracing right there that they highlighted to explain how strong that is, and also how it protects the battery and therefore protects the occupants. You can see some, of course, deformation here and some splitting, but that's to be expected. More importantly, you can see the passenger cab is not affected. There's no intrusion into the area where the passengers would be sitting. I thought that was pretty interesting. It's a balance, of course, between space for the battery underneath, but also the ability to impact or absorb an impact. They also do a very extensive first responder program where they train fire departments and emergency responders on how to react to a crash like this, how to extract the occupants, how to avoid high tensile steel areas of the truck that would be harder to cut through, and also training the emergency responders on how to react, of course, to high voltage portions of the vehicle that might be sensitive to their jaws of life or other actions that they're doing. And of course, how to extinguish fires, just in case that's happening. They talked about OnStar and how OnStar can react quickly to an accident and call an OnStar representative to maybe also call emergency responders. The response is so fast, actually, with OnStar that they said sometimes the OnStar agent can still hear the crash happening as it's happening during the initial part of the call, which is pretty fast response. Over 5,000 people, first responders, have attended in-person training from GM, and 3,000 additional have attended online training for this type of information that helps save lives. In fact, it could save your life one day or mine, so that's impressive as well. You may have noticed, if you're eagle-eyed, that there's some other damage associated with this truck. That's from additional crash modes. For example, rolling it over might have damaged some of the roof rails and hit some of the panels and stuff. And there's more damage up front, not from the pole damage, but from other crash testing that they might have done. So very impressive. Who can tell me in the comments what these wheels are from? Look closely. They're not what they look like at first, but I'm curious if anyone knows in the comment section where those wheels came from. I think I do. None of the other wheels are that recognizable, except maybe these torque thrust looking wheels on the end.
Structure, that big aluminum reinforcement that Dimitri was talking about, you can actually see inside of all the holes down here. That is that big aluminum reinforcement. It runs from the front to the back of here. You might also notice there's a little bit of rust in places. This vehicle was tested last year. It's seen a winter outside, so as you're taking pictures, know the rust is also just cosmetic, right? So as we're looking at this vehicle, right, there are several notable things. So first, we did talk about the strength of the battery. We talked about the strength of the side reinforcement. Another thing that you can get a good appreciation for here is looking at the strength of the floor assembly. So when you look in here, you will notice all these patterns of spot welds, right? These little dimples that are all throughout, right? And so those are actually part of the floor assembly. The floor assembly is maybe this thick, right? But there is large steel cross members that run from each side of the vehicle all the way. And within there are laser welded, advanced high strength steel reinforcements as well. So that coming together with the strength of the side structure, the strength of the battery, gives this incredibly strong foundation, and we can build the rest of the truck off of, right?
And now for our last activity for today. The truck you're looking at right now is another surprise that GM had up its sleeves. This truck has set a record for the most mileage of an EV truck, maybe any EV actually, and it set a record of 1,000 for an extended duration of time, and it still set a record, I think, with maybe some miles left on the table if they ever wanted to do it again or had to do it again. They were not using AC at first, but over time, towards the end, when they realized they were going to get the record anyway, they started using AC a little bit. They inflated the tires pretty high within spec of the car, but as high as they can go within spec. And they also had some slightly worn tires on there to give it a bit more smooth rolling resistance. So less rolling resistance helped out a lot. And I think it was done fairly recently here in July, so probably somewhat warm temperatures, not too hot, not too cold. I was really impressed the GM had pulled this off, and also impressed that they were able to share it with us today. And one more awesome tidbit, the truck printed its own trophy on a 3D printer powered by its front outlets. So that's another feather in the cap for this truck and the GM Silverado EV.
Thank you very much for coming out. We were all extremely excited to peel back the curtain a little bit, let you see some different areas of development, how we bring everything together, right, to get a product out there. Hopefully you enjoyed it. That's going to be it. We're going to be real quick, get you out of your way. If you got any questions, we'll hang out for questions. Thank you.
Well, that's it from day one of our GM Proving Ground experience. Tomorrow we'll be driving to Pontiac to go to the propulsion lab and test center, so we're going to check that out tomorrow. But for now, farewell, and we'll catch you guys in the morning.